All right. Good morning, everybody. Call the infrastructure meeting to order. All three districts are present. Notice meeting was properly posted on January the 19th. Item number one is to approve the minutes of January 9th.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I wasn't here, so I'm going to abstain.
Okay, I'll second. Did you press your button?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, now, got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
2 ayes, 1 abstention. Okay, item number 2 is an update on the courthouse elevators. Hi, Chris.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
The courthouse elevators, we're ahead of schedule. They have removed the old motor. They have gotten the new motor upstairs. They'll spend all this week setting up A-frames, winches, things like that, so they can put things in place. But everything is going much smoother on this elevator than it went on the first elevator, knock on wood. So we're about a week ahead of schedule right now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Chris.
Motion to receive report.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
See if it will.
Okay. Item 3 is an update on our discussions with vicinity.
Nothing to
still.
report.
Okay, unless you all have questions, we'll do no action. 4 is an update on our capital projects that are specific to TIF number 2. Stacy.
Nothing to report.
Right. Does anyone have questions of Stacy? Otherwise, no action. 5 is an update on the TIF 2 and TIF 2A budgets.
There's no changes, but for the new board member, I thought I would say what those are. TIF 2 is an old TIF arrangement we had with the city. It was about $3.5 million. We've been reimbursed all but $207,000. So we'll turn in that last reimbursement sometime in this calendar year and close that TIF out. And then the TIF 2A is a brand new one that we're just started with the city. It's $5 million. We can get reimbursed on some projects that we had specifically listed in the contract with them. And those are work at the ICB, annex new elevators, some security projects for the annex. That's what was put in the program. Now, if we find another way to fund those, we can always substitute other projects, and that would be what this committee might do in the future. Substitute projects to get reimbursement on.
Thank you.
I'll move to receive that report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good.
Okay. Item.
Knitting it. No, ma'am. Still isn't working. Oh, okay.
Okay, item 6 is an update on our capital improvements list. Stacy?
I put a new schedule attached to your packet. Be glad to answer any questions on any of the projects on that list.
Does anyone have questions of Stacy?
No.
All right. Otherwise, no action then. Item 8 is discussion and possible action related to the use of county property at 7401 Northeast 23rd.
7, Joe.
Oh, item 7. Thanks, Stacy. Appreciate it. Item 7 is an update on our ARPA project list. Thank you.
I also attached a new list there. Just a few of the highlights. We've met with the architect and the emergency management group and the sheriff for the work at the Krause Center. We're going to need a couple more workshops next month to really get that scope hammered out, because that is a change of location for where we were going to be. The court clerk remodel, we have a meeting with the architect on Wednesday with the court clerk, the assessor, and others.
Stacy, on that, in a way, I think we've somewhat been hindered in these projects in that we've identified an amount to reserve, if you will, and everybody knows what that is. So as we're now designing these projects, I guess what I'm asking is, we're going to do everything we can to maximize the dollars being spent in an effort to try to save money, I would assume, right? We're not going to design to 7 million. Like when I go into the car dealership and they say, hey, what do you want your payment to be?
Right. Exactly. If we do them like we've been doing them in the past, we design to a certain level of finish. The finishes in this room are pretty high. We probably wouldn't have this high of a finish. Be more like what
I
we did
understand.
on
I'm
the
not
sixth-
saying,
your
I'm
sixth
not
floor,
saying it
so that
shouldn't
we
be
would-
nice and functional. What I'm saying is
functional, but
that the amount that we set aside should not be the goal necessarily. It should be functionality
right.
over, okay, in an effort to hopefully recoup some dollars back.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
That's our intention.
All right. Anybody else have questions for Stace? And that's not just on that project, that's on all of them. Okay. All right. I'll make a motion to receive that update. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now item 8. It's related to the possible use of the old social services location at 74 on Northeast 23rd. Anything there? I can take a quick. Just taking a quick look at, for some reason, I thought we had stricken this item. I thought we had, but no, it was a no action last time. Okay. How about a motion to strike? We can bring it
So
back.
moved. Yeah, so moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 9 is to receive an update on the first meeting of the Citizens Oversight Advisory Board. Stace?
Yes, they did have their first meeting last week. They had 4 items on their agenda. The first one was to bring the committee up to speed on the work that CJAC had been doing the last couple of years and some of the presentations that that group had made to different groups around the city in an effort towards the bond sale and so forth. And it kind of gave what the priorities from that group were. So to bring the board up to speed. The second item was the need to get an architect fairly quickly so that we could get on with that part of it. They'll make that recommendation to BOCC to get that RFQ out and started. They put 3 of their members on the selection committee, so we'll need other members, to be on there as well. And then the third item, the Justice Department has a program. They call it PONY. I don't know what that stands for, but it's a 3-day series of workshops where the Justice Department comes in here and teaches people about how to do one of these projects from their vision. And we're set up to have that workshop here in April. And I think they want 24 participants. There can only be 3 of the board citizens board, so you don't have a quorum. And then fill out the rest of the folks, however the BOCC wants to make that a positive workshop. And then the final one, Chantel and I have talked about some procurement procedures specifically for the land we're gonna need, and maybe a contractor, how the different options we have for procurement of contractor when the time comes. So they were pretty well received discussions. I thought the first meeting went pretty well.
Go back, if you would, the Department of Justice program, you said it was a 3-day,
Yes,
is
it's
that an all-day?
3 days, all day in April. It's pretty intensive. I don't know much about it. That's the first I'd heard of it, was at that meeting. So I've got to research a little bit to understand what all the different workshops are.
And what did you say about 3 people? I'm sorry.
Well, in those workshops, I think they felt like they couldn't have more than 3 of the 7.
They could if they posted this special meeting, the whole board could participate.
Right,
Which would
yeah,
probably be advantageous in my opinion.
perhaps, but the way they decided to do it, so they picked 3 amongst themselves to participate in that, and the rest of them could sub in or out if somebody had to leave, is the way that group wanted to do it.
They'll be meeting prior, perhaps they might
Change
consider
that.
revisiting.
Okay.
Then it's possible that we could do a concurrent meeting where all 3 of us could be present as well. Or something like that. But if you could get a better handle on
Yeah, exactly what
particulars
that
and
is.
who that 24 might be, et cetera, and get back with us. and we
Yeah,
can
I'd
make
like
those
to see the
considerations.
agenda for it. If
Yeah,
I could get
that would
that
be
to you,
fantastic.
I'll put that on your next meeting.
Okay, and you're running point on gathering that information?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions for Stacy?
Motion to receive report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Citizens participation? Anybody? All right. I'm sorry, I forgot to vote. Board comments. Charles?
None.
Don?
No,
I'll just say welcome to Don. Look forward to working with you.
thank you, glad to be here.
New business. Adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Everybody get in the next one?
No, I'm still in. Do we have to sign out of that? Or just? I'm
I'm not
still
sure
in,
that
I
I am.
believe. I did right here, but is there a different one to
Okay,
use?
now you hit join,
Okay, gotcha.
and then you'll have to go scroll back down to the.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I hope that works.
Thank you.
All right, being past 10:15, call PBA advisory to order. Notice the meeting was properly posted on January 19th. All 3 districts are present. Item 1 is to approve the minutes of January 9.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain.
So it's 2 ayes, 1 abstention. Okay. 2 is an update on the ICB project. Hi, Chris.
Again. So Landmark has signed the release. We're waiting for a check. We should be receiving it this week. That will be the end of our dealings with Landmark pertaining to the Capitol exterior. It should be on next PBA meeting, the details of it.
All right. Anything related to the other aspect? Nothing at this time. Okay. All right. Chris, thank you.
I move to receive the report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 3 is an update on our ARPA capital projects list. I can't talk.
They're included in the same attachment from the previous meeting. I've just got them set in 2 different categories. Right now you have 4, the camera security, the elevators in the ICB, and Metro 1 and 2. And the sub-recipient agreement, I think it's not in place yet, but you're working on it. And my intention would be to include these projects with your owner's rep for the rest of the projects. He would do both, unless somebody thinks differently. That's how we will proceed on that.
We'll hold off. Just have those discussions. It's an amount up to, right? In terms of the owner's rep.
I believe last I knew, you were gonna take the fee for that out of each one of these
Correct.
individual projects, and hopefully we can afford it from an cumulative perspective when we start negotiating.
In the event that some other avenue to pay for these were to come available, though, that those would be pulled out, possibly. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Is there a motion to receive?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 4 is related to the bids for the 5th floor of the ICB, the demolition project. Anything new? I'm sorry, Chantal, I didn't.
I think this item was previously stricken.
Oh, good. All right. How about a motion to strike?
Strike again. Also moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Citizens participation? Board comments? Either of you?
None.
None.
None here. New business? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Awesome.